Hello my Sunny Bays, welcome back, and I'm glad that you could make it. And if you're new here, my name is Amy. Thank you for hanging out with us today. I have a pretty exciting try-on haul. I bought a couple of things from Sezane and a bunch of things from Aritzia, so I thought I would combine them into one video. Not gonna lie, I bought these items quite a few weeks ago because I think most of the Aritzia items I got during their annual sale, which was a couple weeks ago. But better late than never, right? And I do think that all of the items that I'm about to show you, they are still available on the website. So as always, in the description, I'll go ahead and include all of my measurements if that's helpful for you in terms of sizing reference. Along with the product links and details, they're all going to be in the description below. I'm super excited because I do think that I have a pretty good variety of different categories of clothing items today to show you. I have a couple of skirts, dresses, which is kind of a new thing for me because I typically don't wear a ton of skirts and dresses, but for some reason this winter season, wow, that rhymed. I've been really obsessed with the look of them, especially wool skirts. Oh my gosh, they look so good with like a tall boot. So I definitely picked up a couple of those, and I do have a couple of pants, a shirt, and yada yada yada. I will stop giving you a summary and just get on with it. Also, just FYI, my filming area is currently unavailable for me to film, so we are in our living space today. Our laundry room that's attached to the filming space, it is currently under construction. Not literally, but it's going through some work right now because we had a leaky pipe situation that we're trying to solve. I think someone's coming tomorrow to fix it, but anyway, yeah, it's a mess down there, so I am just filming out here. So hope you don't mind. I hope the lighting is okay. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. First, let's go through Sezane. I have 2 skirts and 2 shoes to show you. I'm super excited about all of these items, especially because it is the perfect weather for it. I actually don't own any wool skirts, so this is like kind of a new territory for me. This is the first one. I'm so sorry in advance. These are very linty because wool like attracts a lot of fibers and lint. And Romper, my dog, he sheds so much. So I'm sorry, his DNA is all over this already. This is what the skirt looks like. Isn't she so precious? I love it. I think the silhouette of the skirt is pretty classic. It's not super form-fitting or body-hugging. It has a more straight type of look. I also love the fabric on this because, like I said, I do think it's a wool blend. I'm pretty sure. I can double check. Yeah, actually, it's not even a blend. It's 100% wool, so that's awesome. It does have a zipper on the side, so you can go ahead and get in and out of this skirt pretty easily. It does have a functional button on the side, but it's more so for styling purposes because even if you undo this, it just has like a flap, of fabric that will come to the side, but it doesn't really serve any purpose. I think a skirt like this is perfect for the winter months because it is very substantial. It's pretty thick and warm, especially if you wear tights, like fleece-lined tights underneath. It'll be perfection, and I cannot wait to style this. I got this in a neutral black because I wanted something very universal that I can pair with any top, and this is amazing. I love it so much. In terms of sizing, I got this in an extra small, which is the equivalent of a 34 in European sizing, and I do think that it fits pretty true to size. It works for the purpose that I wanted it to serve because I definitely wanted to wear this with a more chunky sweater situation and tuck it inside. So the waist, it works really well for that. But if I were to wear something thinner on top and tuck it in, I do think that this waist is slightly too loose on me, but I wouldn't size down because for me, I wanted to tuck in bulkier sweaters under it. It's not like massive or anything like that, but it is a little bit loose. It doesn't sit quite as high on my waist as I want it to be without having a thicker layer underneath it to hold it up. The same thing translates over to this skirt as well in terms of sizing and the style and everything. The fabric of this is also wool, I believe. Let me just double check again. This one is actually a blend, so it's 80% wool and 20% polyamide. So you can kind of tell, well, you can definitely tell the difference in terms of the thickness of it. This particular skirt right here, it's a little bit thinner, but it still has that really nice kind of wool velvety feeling. Honestly, I fell in love with the color of this, and the style is obviously a little bit different. It doesn't have that button on the side. It doesn't have a wrap type of silhouette. It's just a really nice, straightforward, simple skirt. It has these like little slits on each side for styling purposes. And I just love this color. It is a beautiful mid-tone warm brown, which I am obsessed with for the fall and winter. This one also comes with a zipper on the back, but it's in the center instead of the side like the black one. Not to be repetitive, but I am just so in love with this color. It just makes me so happy looking at it. And I think it's just so cozy and really warm as well. Like I said, this does feel slightly thinner and more flexible than the black one. So if you're more into skirts that are less bulky, this one is probably going to be better for you. In terms of the sizing, like I said, I got it in an extra small, same thing as the black one, and my thoughts on it is pretty consistent. It's perfect for me to tuck in thicker sweaters and tops into something like this, but if I were to wear something thinner, it might not be as high waist as I want it to be. It works out pretty well for me, so love this one. Now let's go through the shoes. I got a pair of loafers, and I know that in my previous Sezane video, I also showed a lot of loafers, and I am certain that I showed this particular loafer in a different color. It was like a cognac brown, but I decided to actually return that one and exchange it for the black. I just feel like I will get a lot more wear out of the black. And it is this pair of loafers. I wore it a couple times already, so excuse the creasing, but this is so beautiful. I love the antique gold brass kind of hardware on the front, and it is a pretty low profile loafer. It goes with so many different outfits. I think it's a very classic look, and I just wanted a loafer that I can pair with my more formal, dressier outfits, especially for work. I'm definitely gonna get so much use out of this, and I loved wearing it when I went to my in-person sessions for work. The leather is quite flexible, so I didn't have to break these in at all. They were comfortable from the get-go. I also wore these in the rain, which I don't recommend, but it's just how it happened, and they still look fine. I didn't notice any color transfer onto my clothes or anything like that. I know that's kind of a concern with black leather shoes, but these were fine for me, even when it was raining. Whenever I wear these, I just feel like it's a good outfit day. You know what I'm saying? I also think the sizing is true to size, which is very straightforward and intuitive. I got it in my typical shoe size that I get in most brands, and it worked out fine for me. These next pair of shoes are booties, and I actually haven't worn these out yet, but I wanted so badly to add a suede ankle boot into my collection, and these were just so unique to my collection. They are kind of in between like a Western style boot, but it still looks a lot more modern because of the shape and just like the little details. Okay, so these are it. I love these so much. The toe is kind of like it's a squared off toe for sure. Let me just hold one so you can see it, but it also has a zipper on the side for easy access in and out of the boot, and it is like the perfect ankle length. I love the chunky heel. It's about like a little bit over 2 inches, so it's a very comfortable height for me. I love the gold hardware buckle detail along the side of the boot. Like I said, I haven't worn it out yet, so I don't know the comfort level or the breaking in process, but once I do, I'll definitely go ahead and give you an update if you would like. I just really wanted a suede ankle boot because I do have one, but it's not in black. It's one of those like taupey grayish colors, and I just wanted it in black, and I just think this will go with so many different outfits, but it looks quite different than all the other black booties that I have in my collection. So this one is such a good purchase in my opinion. We'll see if it's comfortable. It does feel very comfortable, especially because the toe box is not as narrow since it does have that squared off shape. I personally think that it runs true to size. I got it in my typical shoe size that I normally get, and it worked out fine for me. Now let's move on to Aritzia, and I have quite a few things to show you in this category, so I will try to speed it up as much as possible, but still tell you the high-level details. You've definitely seen this tank top before in a different color and in a different size if you've seen my previous Aritzia hauls. It is this tank top right here. It has a lovely scoop neck, and the length is about waist length, which is perfect if you like high-waisted bottoms but don't want to tuck in your shirts. I love this fabric so much because it is very stretchy and flexible. flexible. And for what it is, I do think that it is relatively on the more affordable side because I've seen these types of tank tops go for so much higher. And this one is, I believe, around $25. It is a ribbed material as well, super comfortable. And I just think that this is a great base layer for a lot of different outfits. And I love this olive green color so much. You guys know already how much I love wearing greens. I own this already in a black color, but in the size extra small. And I decided to size up to a small instead for this moving forward because I have washed my black ones before and I do think that it shrinks just the teensiest amount. So it does feel a little bit more snug than I want it to. So I decided to size up and I think it fits me so much better. It just looks a little bit more lax and casual, which is what I want. And I love just the shape of this. It's very flattering. So I highly recommend something like this if you are looking for tanks that serve as really great basics. Next is another wool skirt, and this is very different from what I got from Sezane in terms of material and the look of it. The style of it is pretty similar, but it looks like this, and I just love the print. It is kind of like a checkered / houndstooth print. This one also is just a classic skirt. It is a more straight silhouette. It doesn't have any pleating details or slits or anything like that on the bottom. Very, very simple and minimal. In the back, there is a zipper in the center as well. This just screams winter to me, and I am just imagining all these outfits that I want to create with this skirt because of the pattern. I think it just looks so cozy and really warm. That said, the material of this is significantly, like, quote unquote, lower quality than the Sezane ones, but also the price tag is very different as well. This is much more affordable than the Sezane ones because it has less wool content, I believe. The composition is just very different. It has a lining on the inside for this one. The Sezane ones don't, but Sezane, just their fabric is just so much more thicker and substantial than this one. But I do think that they both have a purpose, especially if you like a printed skirt. This is the way to go. It looks so, so nice. In terms of sizing, I got this in a size 2, and I feel the same way about this one as I do about the Sezane skirts. It's perfect for me to tuck in my bulkier sweaters into this, and it looks really, really good. But when I wear this with thinner shirts on top, it doesn't stay on as high on my waist as I want it to. So, you know, I think I'm just in that stage where I'm in between sizes, so it's a little bit difficult, but I wouldn't size down because I want to wear this with more bulkier tops anyway, so it works for me. Let's move on to the dresses. I got 2, and I feel like they're very similar in terms of material, but very different styles. And I'm not sure if I can show it to you because it's black and it might be a little hard to see, but this one is really, really just such an amazing dress. It is a blazer type of wrap dress, and I just think this would be so nice for when I want to be a little bit more dressy but still wear a skirt and look like a powerful boss lady. This is the way to go. I love the very slight arm, like shoulder pads, which adds to the edginess of this dress. It is long sleeve, so it's perfect for fall and winter, and the wrap detail is really nice. It has kind of like a scrunched effect around the waist to give you some shape. For me, I think I would definitely wear this with a pair of fleece-lined tights so that my legs are covered still and warm. In terms of shoes, I feel like you have some freedom with it. You can wear knee-high boots or ankle boots with tights. You can also go for just a strappy heel. That'll be really cute for like a holiday party. So I think this dress is going to be very versatile for me. In terms of sizing, I did get this in a 0 because for dresses, I tend to have to size down at Aritzia for some reason. I've tried a 2 before and it just looks a little bit too big on me, especially at the top. And that might be because my chest is on the more petite small size. So I don't have a lot to fill up the dress with. I'm shorter as well. I'm only like 5'2", 5'3". So I think the length of it works better if I size down. I got another dress, and this one is a lot simpler. It is definitely a little bit more on the professional side, but I think this is going to be pretty versatile as well. It is more of like a high neck, very simple sleeveless dress, and it has a very straight silhouette. The waist has a little bit of a cinch, but not too much. It has a zipper in the back along the center, so it's really easy to get in and out of. Doesn't, oh my gosh, this has pockets. Amazing. Does the other one have pockets? Now I want to check. I don't really know. Let's see. Oh man, the long sleeves dress does not come with pockets, but that's okay. This one does, and like I said, it is such a simple, minimalistic dress that I think that you can dress this down, but also dress it up if you want to wear it for work. It's not super, super short, but you know, if you're cautious about that, just wear tights underneath. You should be okay. I originally bought this in a size 2, and unfortunately I had to size down again to a 0 because of the reasons that I stated before. The chest area was just like a little bit too baggy on me when I got a 2, so the 0 fits me so much better and it just looks a lot more flattering now. The next 2 items are pants, and I love Aritzia trousers. They just make so many different styles of them in all sorts of waistbands, lengths, pleats, just they have everything. Not gonna lie, I totally forgot the names of these styles, so I will, oh, okay, it's on the tag still. So this is the agency pant in black, and I got it in a size 2, also in a length short, because they do have certain styles and colors in short versions, which is really nice, but unfortunately, I think I might have to get them hemmed still, even if it's a short, because it still drags on the floor for me, unfortunately. But if I were to wear heels or something, it wouldn't drag. But I typically wear my trousers with sneakers, to be honest, because I love the look of trousers with more casual shoes. Therefore, I'm probably going to have to get these altered anyway. The agency pant is one of my favorite pant styles from Aritzia because it is very substantial. It has belt loops as well, so you can go ahead and use a belt if you'd like. It is a little bit more on the formal side, I would say, but I still think that you can dress this down if you want to. The fabric of this is beautiful, substantial, it's thick, it's perfect for fall and winter. It will keep you relatively warm. Way warmer than some of the other materials like the crepette or, I don't know, some other ones that I can't think of right now. I already have the agency pant in the brown, but I decided to get the black because it's such a, you know, classic foolproof color. I feel like having a black trouser is never a bad idea. However, I did size up in this to a 2 because I find that my Aritzia pants that I have in a size 0 from the past, they are starting to feel a little bit too snug on me. So I decided to just get a few pants that are in the size 2 for when I really feel bloated or if I'm gonna eat a lot, you know, those things. So I can still fit into a 0, it's just not as comfortable. So I'm glad to have this in a size 2. The next pant that I have is the Limitless pant in the full length, but in the short version, size 2, and the leg is wide. I don't know what the agency pant is classified as. Is it wide? No, the leg is straight on the agency pant. This one is a little bit wider. I got the Limitless pant because I've heard some people rave about it. They said that it's a lot more comfortable than some of the other pants because of the more flexible waistband. They weren't lying. I definitely love this style because it's a little bit more minimal. They don't have belt loops though, which is totally okay. I think there's a time and place for belts, and half of the time I don't wear these pants with belts anyway. I purchased this pant in the color light birch because I do have a blazer in light birch as well, so I wanted kind of like a matching set situation. In terms of the length, I do think that I will still have to get this hemmed even shorter, even if I got the short version. Same thing with the agency pant. I don't really mind that much because I have to get most pants hemmed anyway due to my shortness. This material is significantly different than the agency pant because this is in that crepette fabric material. It's a lot lighter, definitely thinner as well. The feeling of it is very different. You could wear this in the colder seasons, but I think it's a little bit more appropriate in the warmer seasons like spring and summer. I got this in a size 2 as well because I feel like most Aritzia pants in a 0 tend to be a little bit tight on me now. But I will say, I think I'm kind of in between a 0 and a 2. I wish that there was a size 1. That would be perfect, but they don't, unfortunately. I do have to tuck in a thicker top for this to kind of lay on my waist, like my natural waist. But besides that, I think it's perfect and I can get away with wearing a 2. I would rather it feel comfortable and a little bit loose than something that's like way too tight and very restricting and uncomfortable. So there you go. So that is the Limitless pant. I love it. It's a great addition to my wardrobe. And that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know if you have any additional questions and I'm happy to answer them. As always, I will link everything in the description below, so definitely go ahead and check them out if you're interested. Before we part ways, if you need something else to watch, definitely go ahead and check out my previous video right here. I would love for you to stay a little longer. Please like if you haven't already, subscribe if you want to stick around, and I will talk to you in the comments. Bye.